Hi, this is Denise the Paper Crafty, and it's day 3 of the 5 Days of Easter 2022, a collaboration between Dear Julie and Cara Brandon Creations. And today I'm going to be using day 3 of Cara's kit, along with day 3 of Julie's kit, and I'm going to be making something. So let's get started. Okay, so I actually made quite a few different pieces today. The first piece, I took the background from Julie's kit and I added a little tag from Cara's kit over the top of that. I used a craft knife to cut along the edges of these flowers, and then I just kind of tucked this little Tim Holtz doll inside of there, kind of underneath the flowers. Also tucked one of Julie's stamps. I used the stamp scissors along the edges, and one of Cara's little labels there and there. Inked everything up, sewed around the edge, and added a little piece of trim that'll be kind of like a little pull tab on the side here, so that I can put this, as a side tuck inside the journal. And I added some paper onto the back, just some lined paper, so that you could do some journaling on that. I did actually put it on card, so this is now actually really nice and thick, so I like that. Okay, so that's the first piece that I did. The second piece that I did, I made this little notebook that I can tuck into a journal or use by itself, really. And the base of this I made out of paint sample cards. So I used 2 of them on this side, this yellow one and the green one. And I used Julie's digital on the top there. The little Easter greetings is so cute with the little bunny and the chickadees. And one of Julie's, another stamp. I inked everything up. I used Cara's label, added some crochet lace trim, sewed around the edges, and then on the back, I folded this. I made this so it would fit this printable, and I folded it, I sized it, folded it, and then it wasn't quite long enough in the back, so I added this other pink paint chip sample. Did some collage with some book page that I had used some paint on. Just some, I think, I do that when I have extra paint on my my sheet after inking and stuff like that. I use random scraps that I have to just kind of soak up the ink, and I really like the look because it just kind of adds some color and blends everything in. I use this little die cut here that I had coffee dyed, so you can see that. I added one of Cara's labels, some trim, and then Cara's little die cut right here, sewed around all the edges again, did some sewing here. And then in the interior, I added this paper. This is from a notepad that I had. It's right down to the end of it, so I'm glad to be able to use up some of the pieces. And I added some more of that rice paper I'd shown you. I'd gotten this in a previous video. I get this rice paper at Daiso, and I really like it for journaling. Added some more, just some collaging inside of here as well, with some more of the paint chip and some more musical paper. All right, so I have that little booklet. And while I had the paint chips out, I went ahead and I did another paint chip little booklet. This one in the opposite orientation, and this one was just one paint chip. I just folded it in half Added Julie's little die cut on top of there. Added Julie's little butterfly there. And this was a piece of the die cut from this one. I had to cut off the bottom. I just added that there. Added some burlap. This is some ribbon that I have and some more lace trim here. One of Cara's little labels. And I just collaged the interior of this with some scraps that I had left over, some book page and some other scraps. I think this is from one of Cara's kits. Might be Adeline's journal, I'm not entirely sure. And then again added some rice paper for journaling. I just sewed down the signatures. And this is the interior back. And again, sewed all along the edges there. Added a little bit of pearl trim on the edge there. And then I made a couple tags. The first tag that I made, I used Cara's tag as a base, and then I added Julie's printable on top of that. I just, I took some of this metallic kind of ribbon that I have in my stash, and I just laid it right over the top of the tag, and then I cut around the edges, and then I took Julie's printable and I glued it right on top and folded it over. So it's like that. It goes over the edge, and I put this on cards. This is nice and thick. Has a nice thickness to it. Sewed all along the edge again. Added an eyelet and put some sari silk trim in there. And then the last tag that I made, again, I used Cara's tag as a base, another one of Cara's tags layered up on top of that, the yellow one. And then this is Julie's printable with the little chicks on this kind of napkin, lacy napkin type of background that she has there. I just layered that right up on top of there, added one of Cara's labels. I folded this, actually, I guess I just cut the edge of the digital off. Oh, and between the two tag layers, it's really hard to tell, but I put some, this is, what is this, tulle? It's called tulle. So I put some tulle, and that just adds a little bit of texture. I thought it looked really pretty. And I added an eyelet and then some sheer kind of pinkish ribbon on the top there. Added some lined paper on the back for journaling. And again, this is, you know, I put it on some card so that it's nice and thick. Okay, so these are all my makes for day 2. I really used almost everything this time around. There's just a few little pieces of ephemera that I didn't get to. I really like these little die cuts here, so I will be using them, you know, either in the next couple days or you know, when I do the wrap up, somewhere in the journal, I'm sure I'll use those. They're really beautiful. But yeah, I'm pretty happy. I used quite a bit of what I had. I really like the way they turned out. I think they're super cute. And they're very usable for me. So I'm really excited. So make sure, again, that you check out all of the other collaborators in this collaboration. The links will be in the video, the links will be in the description box below. And again, use the hashtag 5DaysEaster 2022 to find all of the different collaborators' videos on various social media platforms. And if you want to play along and get these digitals, you can make sure to put the hashtag 5 Days Easter 2022 when you post anything to social media so we can find you. And again, this is just a wonderful group of ladies, and you know, the community is really kind of the most important and the most fun part of these collaborations. So I hope you do participate both in YouTube and in Cara and Julie's Facebook groups, and the links to those are below as well. It's just a wonderful group of ladies, and that's really the most fun part of these collaborations, is the community that you develop. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Make sure to leave me a comment in the link below. And if you'd like to see more videos like this in the future, please subscribe to my channel. Again, this is Denise with Paper Crafty, and craft on.